So, um, yeah, Planet of the Apes, the original, 1968. It's based off, I believe, a few novels or a novel series. Um, I have seen this a few times. I owned it a few times, or once, and I sold it, and I just bought it recently. Um, but yeah, I remember liking it a lot. Um, Granted, I did see the newer one, like Rise of Planet of the Apes, but going back to old school effects, old school filmmaking, I prefer this kind of more over the CGI stuff. I don't mind the CGI look of the newer stuff, but I don't know, like the way the masks, the effects look on the actors. I know people probably make fun of, oh, they're not, they look fake. I mean, to me, I bought that they were talking apes or whatever. Um, I mean, basically, it stars Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowell, yes, Peter Venkman himself as a ape, Kim Hunter as Zira. Pretty much, they play two scientists. Um, Pretty much, okay. So, did anybody, if you already seen, the newer movies, then you already know what this series or franchise is really about. Um, but yeah, basically, this one deals with three astronauts. I guess they're supposed to be on their way to Earth, but then they crash land onto this planet, and they get they start wandering around. We don't really know much about them, really, which kind of sucks. Um, but pretty much the main guy, to me, he was kind of unlikable. Um, Mainly, like, to me, he seemed like a downer, sleazy kind of. I don't know, like, but then, like, of course, we get the reveal of the Planet of the Apes, where they hunt the humans in the field. Of course, it is I did get social commentary on that part where they treat humans like slaves and they got them working and whatever, and then they throw nets on them and whip them and all that, and shoot them, um, and treat them like they're animals basically. I guess they lobotomize them at one point because, like, he finds, like, when they're trying to do a trial thing and they want him to identify one of his friends, and he finds one of them. Really, he finds the first one, the black guy. He finds the black guy waxed up. I guess they stuffed him or something. And then the other guy they lobotomized, like they took part of his brain out, so he's like a zombie basically. And so yes, this basically this one astronaut guy, who I just forgot the main character's name. Oh, Taylor. Um, he, I guess they shot like his throat. They shot like half of his neck, so like his vocals aren't really working right. But then later on, he gets that famous line, take your hands or paws off me, got dirty apes. You know, famous line. Of course, that famous ending as well, which I gotta say, if they wouldn't have done like the other movies and would just left it on this first movie, you know, that's haunting enough. Like, just the fact that you find out he's been on Earth the whole time. It's just apes evolved, man died out kinda mainly. Um, but yeah, like the effects overall, I liked. It wasn't too long really. Maybe because I seen it a few times, I already knew I wasn't really bored with it. I did like how they well, I didn't really like it, but the whole fact that, like, they treat humans like they're nothing, and monsters or animals, zoo animals, you know, alien almost. Because he tries to tell them that like he's from a different planet, and they're like, "That's preposterous," or "That's not true," or like. And then you also have the orangutans who are like the main leader, you know, government that run pretty much the village or wherever from the town, city. Um, but yeah, like, and then you have like a love interest, Linda Harrison, who plays Nova, who's Lord have mercy. That's all I'm gonna say about her. Her acting, again, I almost want to say what acting, because she doesn't say anything in this entire movie. All she can do really is emote, and she sort of does that alright, but like they didn't like try to give her character much, if anything, really. I mean, you don't know much about, you don't know anything about her either. I believe in the second one, at least she does talk, but then she dies. I know that much. So it's like that's bull. They they give her finally lines. They give her somewhat of a role, a pretty cool role, and then they kill her off. In the second one, I'm like, what? Whatever. The prosthetic, like the look of the, again, the actors and the makeup and the ape costumes and that, I thought were, it's amazing. Still holds up to me. Um, I'll take it over CGI. Again, I'm not crying over CGI, but I like the actual, because actors, at least they have something to look at and actually act off of actual people that are there. I mean, you have motion capture, of course, with the newer ones, but too. But yeah, this one, you know, again, like if it, the way it ends is like, just imagine, like you never, if they never made any of the sequels, it just ended on that, you know, alone. It's like that's pretty ballsy. Um, but yeah, of course, this made money, and you know, they had to make it more, which I'm going to, of course, review. I don't know when. I was going to maybe do the second one, uh, pretty much after this. I'm done with this review. I'll probably watch, what is it, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which that one just, I don't care for the ending of that one. But then that one has a loophole ending as well, sort of, kinda. Um, but yeah, overall I liked this one, really did. I wouldn't say I loved it, but it was an alright watch. Again, um, yeah, on to the next one.